Sasquatch is back, and it's now Fatsquatch. All right, so I'm gonna start posting new videos on this channel. It's been like 4 years since I've posted anything, and you're probably saying, why haven't you posted in 4 years? And also, why did you gain a shitload of weight? So we're gonna go over that. So first off, why did I stop posting on this channel? Very simple. Back in, I don't know, around the time Trump was elected, everybody lost their minds. YouTube lost their minds, and they put in a policy to where you have to have, you know, a crap load of views and a crap load of subscribers before you can be monetized. Now, when I originally started this channel, I was instantly monetized. Instantly, right? So I used to make money from this channel. But then all of a sudden the money dried up on this channel. I couldn't make any money from it. So I stopped posting on it, because what's the point of posting on a channel where you can't make any money whatsoever, you know? So that's why I stopped making videos. So, I mean, I had videos that I wanted to post. I've had, you know, raw video clips on my hard drive for 4 years or longer that I wanted to, you know, put together, right? I have like a bunch of Titan fitness equipment and stuff that I bought over the years, and I got some videos about that stuff. But I never had time to put them together because I couldn't make any money on this channel when I used to make money from this channel. But hey, now I meet the subscription requirements, I meet the view time requirements, I think. So as long as I start posting new content, I believe we can actually have this channel monetized, and that will, you know, I never made much from the channel, like maybe a couple $100 a month or something. You know, it's never been a lot, but it would at least give me a reason to actually make a video for this channel. Look at these, look at this. Look how thin I am there versus now. Fatsquatch is back. Boogly, 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 boogly. Here we go, anabolic, 100 pounds down. There we go, that was one that I did. So yes, I've gained a lot of weight since I last did videos, mainly because I've been eating a lot of pizza and donuts. So let me just cover that, then I'll shut up and I'll just start posting more videos that you're actually interested in. Although this is very interesting too. You would probably agree, and you're gonna hit that like button and subscribe. Okay guys, shut up. But go ahead and hit the subscribe button, go ahead. So why did I gain a bunch of weight? Well, you know how you do when you're working out. You're like, well, I'm just gonna go bulk. I'm bulking. Like, no, you're just not following your diet anymore. Basically, several things sort of happen. So, you know, we all remember COVID. Now, as soon as I say the word COVID, the YouTube algorithm goes, uh-oh, misinformation. But no. So COVID happened. It was this new thing, and I caught COVID before anybody really knew what it was. Now, we knew it was COVID, right? We didn't know how to treat it. There was no vaccine. This was, you know, no vaccine where you still get COVID, but, you know, be that as it may. You know, so basically, when you got COVID back then in early 2020 or late 2019 or whatever it was, you were just dead, right? People are, oh, you're gonna die because it's COVID, you're dead. Or, you know, that's, you know, CNN was running the death tracker constantly, which was funny because the second Biden was elected, the death tracker went away, and more people died of COVID under Biden than under Trump. Isn't that funny how they didn't publicize or publish those numbers? That's sort of interesting, isn't it? So, talking about misinformation. But here's the deal. I got COVID, and at the time, you had to be quarantined for like 15 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, whatever the hell it was. It was a long time. And there were, like, where I lived, there was, at the time anyway, there was no delivery services. You know, Uber Eats, the other fucking Drive, whatever the fuck it's called, didn't exist. And the only places that delivered anything, any food, was pizza places. So I would order pizza like every few days because that's all I could get to eat. Or I'd order, you know, snack bars or whatever, stuff from Amazon, stuff like that, because I couldn't actually get any food. I could just get pizza or granola bars, basically. So I just started eating that stuff. And it was delicious, I gotta be honest with you. And also at the time, we didn't know about diets and COVID. We didn't know about, should you eat more carbs? Should you eat fewer carbs? We didn't know anything. So, I've been low carb for such a long time that I said, forget it, who cares? And I just started eating tons of carbs all the time because they were delicious and because, you have COVID, you're going to die, whatever. And, I just said, screw everything. I didn't really care. And I kind of just, even after getting over COVID, I never stopped eating the same way. I just kept eating the pizza and the donuts and the ice creams because it was delicious and I enjoyed it. And I'd kind of got burned out on the, 3-hour-a-day workouts and the, at that point, extremely low amount of total calories and food that I was taking in order to lean out even further. I just got to a point where I was just like, I was worn out. I was just done. I said, fuck everything. Let's just bulk for a while. So I did that for 4 years. And also during that time, this is not tobacco, by the way. It's some pouch, I don't know if you can talk about that on YouTube or not, but anyway, it's also what happened was, I had been working out so much, doing weights and cardio 3 hours a day, that I was just so worn out. My body was worn out. My everything was worn out. I was lifting less weight than ever because I was taking in so few calories and everything overall. Even though I was also low carb and also low calories, because that was the only way I could still maintain losing weight, because my metabolism was so, I kind of went overboard with the whole thing. Probably took it a little bit farther than I should have, but that's what happens. Whenever you get addicted to whatever you're doing, right? You get addicted to working out and you're like, I bet I can lose even more weight. I bet I can get, you know what I mean? And then after a while you're like, oh, I'm benching 85 pounds. And even that's hard because you have no food. You're working out 3 hours a day over, 4, 5, 6 years in a row. And it was just like, ugh, Now listen, I never stopped working out. I've been working out since I was 11 years old. And that's maybe part of the problem. I hurt my back when I was 14 doing deadlifts, and my back has hurt every single day since then. So that's like over 20 some plus years, my back has been in pain, not a little pain, but like intense freaking pain. And it got to the point, combined with just being so run down with everything, I had my dad, I think I talked about that here like years ago. Like my dad died, then I had a dog die, then I had another dog die, and then we had the COVID thing, and I just got to the point where I'm like, fuck this, I'm just gonna eat pizza and work out, and we're just gonna bulk for 5 years fucking straight. So that's what we did. And also because my body was just so worn down, I had to I threw my back out again, which I've done several times, but doing deadlifts or something, and like the base of my spine just like moved forward and it hit like the front of my pelvis. Like I could feel it go boom, and then you hit the ground. And because I've done that so many times, I tried to get up as quick as I could, which was, took a while, because the adrenaline is rushing through your, is just rushing through your system at that time and kind of keeping the pain down. So, I grabbed some crackers and as many drinks as I can carry, go to my bed and just lay down. I'm like, well, I'm going to be here for 3 days now because I won't be able to move as soon as the adrenaline wears off. And that was just like the straw that broke the Sasquatch's back, I guess. It's like, okay, dude, listen, you're in your late 30s. You can't keep lifting the same way as you've always lifted, especially when you've already had several back injuries, and you're just going to have to stop doing some exercises. And I stopped doing deadlifts and I stopped doing squats. So that's another part of why you gain weight back, because deadlift was my favorite lift ever. I loved doing deadlifts, absolute favorite. I was never great at deadlift, but I always loved deadlift. And to have to give that up, just so you're not in constant pain, it's like, it's just another fucking thing that's just like, screw everything, And then I had to stop doing squats because, again, the pressure on my low back. I was at the point where, if I laid down on the floor, it would take me 30 minutes to get off the floor because my back hurts so bad, all the time, that I'd have to move around and finally get in the goddamn position where I could stand up without being in so much pain where you just fall back down. So that's that's the condition my back was in. It was screwed up from, lifting weights since I was 11 and just worn down, and just, my back was clicking and popping every step I took. Just click, 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 every freaking step. I mean, it still kind of does that. It'll still pop it. Like I got real bad stuff with my back that it just is what it is. The structure of it took me years to figure this out, but the structure and the proportions of my body are not really conducive to a straight bar deadlift. Just because of the proportions of leg length and torso length. For me, if I want to do deadlifts, it's going to have to be a hex bar, which I bought a hex bar years ago. I still haven't started really getting back into those kind of deadlifts because, I've been, for the past several years, I've been letting my back try to heal up to where, again, it doesn't hurt every freaking day. But for some people, and again, it took me years to learn this, so to figure this out, the proportions of your body and your genetics matter so much when it comes to the exercises that you should do. I shouldn't do a straight bar deadlift. In fact, most people shouldn't do any kind of a straight bar deadlift. If you have to bend over so you don't fall down, or if you have to bend over so you can actually grab the bar, then you probably shouldn't be doing a straight bar deadlift. If you are, make sure you have wagon wheels, okay? I think really most people, if you're going to do deadlift, most people should be doing hex bar because it's a much more natural position that you're in. Straight bar deadlift, as good as it feels to do, put your low back in such danger that when you were doing it as much as I was, you were just bound to hurt yourself, as I did probably 20 times over 20 years. I wouldn't go a year without an extravagant back injury. And then same thing for squats, obviously. It's just the load on your back. Even using like a Smith machine, it's still so much load on the lower back. Again, because of my proportions, I couldn't just go straight down, right? So if you see people who do squats properly, they're able to keep their back straight and literally just kind of squat down, right? Without having to bend over. But me, because of my proportions of having a longer torso, you have no option but to literally bend over, otherwise you'll fall backwards. So again, and people, well, it's just your hamstrings. Oh, you just got to loosen the thing in your hip. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's literal genetics and proportions of what you are. So I had, like I said, I got to the point I just had to give those up. And that's another cause for gaining some weight back, because I also cut out cardio because, again, I was just at a point where I'm like, screw everything. I'm not doing cardio. I've always lifted weights. I've still lifted weights. I've lifted weights ever since I stopped making videos on this channel. I've never stopped. I will never stop lifting weights, but I hate cardio, and I kind of just stopped doing that, combined with the eating tons of pizza and donuts and ice cream, and also not being able to deadlift or squat anymore. It's going to make you gain weight whenever you've been doing squats and deadlifts for 25 or so years, and you've been doing low carb for the past 10 years or so. Then you just stop. Yeah, you're going to gain a lot of weight back. It's what's going to happen. So anyway, to replace things like squats, I did get a machine. I got a belt squat machine. I've never really loaded it with much more than even 225, because it's just, I don't want to hurt my back in the same way that it was injured. So you just do more reps or whatever. But even that, it's not, whenever you do deadlifts and squats, those are really good testosterone boosting exercises just because of the intense stress that they put over the entire body. And, overall, they're great exercises if you can do them and do them properly. But if you don't have the proper proportions to do those properly, then you should modify them in some way. So, it only took me 25, however many years to figure out that I shouldn't constantly be hurting my back every single day. So that's sort of the reason why, I gained a shit ton of weight, and I'm now Fatsquatch. Also, I got my testosterone checked, right? And my natural testosterone level is 530. Now, 530 isn't low, but it's not optimal for working out, gaining muscle, and losing weight at any optimal, kind of way. If somebody has a natural 530 versus somebody who has a natural 700, like the person who's a natty 700 is going to be able to do much more work in the gym and also eat way more food and overall calories than somebody who's a natural 530. The natural 530 person is probably going to have to cut their calories even further to lose any more weight, and also to gain muscle will be much harder just because you don't have the proper genetics and hormones to build that muscle, to keep that muscle, maintain it, and also to shed fat off. So I've done tons of studying and analyzing all this kind of stuff over the years, and genetics play a much larger role in your overall fitness than almost anything else. Like I said, you can have somebody who's a natty 700, they can eat way more calories and also do less work in the gym and gain more muscle than somebody who's eating fewer calories and working out more. That's just a reality. And don't get me started on the calorie in, calorie out bullshit, because that's exactly what it is. Listen, if you believe in pure calorie in, calorie out, then you would be fine eating nothing but pure sugar. Table sugar, sugar you buy at the store, just pure white sugar. Eat 2,000 calories a day or 3,500, however many calories, right? Eat only sugar all day, every day. And tell me how you feel and look after, say, 6 months. Well, you won't be able to, because you'll be dead, okay? Because you don't have the essential fatty acids and the essential amino acids or proteins that your body's gonna need for proper functioning. Okay, so all this BS about calorie in, calorie out, calories are a part of it, but people who focus on only calories miss the freaking point, right? Yes, listen, if you eat nothing but carbs or sugar, you can indeed lose weight, but it's just weight. Weight is the combination of muscle, your skin, water, your hair, organ size, bone density, all that stuff is weight. So if you just eat carbohydrates, yes, you're going to drop a lot of weight, but it's going to be mostly muscle. It's not going to be a ton of fat. It'll be some fat for sure, especially if you have a calorie deficit. But if you're just eating carbs and sugar, you're going to lose a ton of muscle. Your organ size will probably shrink. You won't be able to function. The body will kick into a different mode to keep you from being able to work out. Just because of the hormones and being so far off. Again, folks, hormones, genetics, proper hormone levels play and macronutrients play a huge role that is often overlooked because people just focus on a calorie, which is utterly stupid. But maybe we'll get into that and call out some of the people like Lame Norton. Lame Norton, that's what I call him. Because this dummy's always talking about calorie, it's about the calorie in there. No, it's not, stupid. Again, if you think it's just calories, eat only pure sugar and tell me how it works out, fella, okay? But you won't do that because you can't, because you know I'm correct, okay? It's not about the calorie, it's more about macronutrients. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I was talking about why I gained a lot of weight. I gained a lot of weight because I didn't give a fuck anymore because of all the fucking shit, the fucking everyone dying, back hurting like a motherfucker constantly, not being able to work out like I used to because of the back injury. And it's just like, you know what, let's just eat pizza and ice cream or whatever. But that's it, folks. I wanted to do one video where I kind of summed up what's happened over the last 4 or 5-ish years. Why haven't I been posting here? And that's why, no money on YouTube, all the bullshit. There was just no reason to post, really. Listen, I'm still, look at that. Well, you can't really see, I got the goddamn cat. Look at that. You can see it. Look at that. God damn. That's too much muscle. God damn it. Too much muscle. Like I said, I never stopped working out. I just stopped doing cardio and started eating shitloads of pizza and shit like that. But we're going back to low carb. I've already gone back to it. Been on it for a little bit. Already dropped a lot of weight. Just going back to the Sasquatch diet, folks. So again, I just want to sum all that shit up in one fucking video. I don't want to repeat myself over and over, but I just want to sum all that shit up. Goddamn, look how thin that motherfucker's face is. The iron will never betray you. Jesus fucking Christ. What a douche. What a douche. Oh, see, that's back when I used to have feelings or or think anything mattered. Whereas today, I don't give a fuck about a goddamn thing. So, I gotta wrap this up. I'll be posting more videos. Like I said, I got Titan fitness equipment. I bought a bunch over the years. Great stuff. I'll do like assembly videos and review videos on that shit. And I got more protein in. I think I've actually had it sitting. I've had it for like 3 months. I've had this protein just sitting back there behind me. I just never had a chance to actually film anything with it. But man, 4 years. I had no idea it's been that fucking long. God damn, you know. Same thing whenever, like I said, you start your little bulk and you tell yourself you're just gonna bulk again. I'm just gonna bulk, yeah. And then 4 years goes by, you're a big fat Sasquatch. You know, was he a big fat person? You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, God damn, how'd I get so fucking big and round? Must be all that goddamn muscle. Look at that. Look at that shit. God damn, that's too much muscle. Oh, one other thing. When I was talking about testosterone, I was going to be able to get testosterone replacement during 2020, but then right when I was going to get it, they changed the rules and they're like, no, we can't actually give it to you now. You have to travel to this motherfucking place and get the. I'm like, fuck you, man. I've already paid all this money. I've got all this fucking shit. And now I can't get my fucking testosterone that I fucking need. And they're like, well, you don't technically have low testosterone. I'm like, yeah, but if I want to work out and gain more muscle, because listen, folks, I've hit my limit on gaining muscle. After you've worked out for fucking 20 plus years, you're at your goddamn limit. You're just at your limit of everything at that point. Especially, well, at least if you're a 530 testosterone level, you know what I mean? But, yeah, you know, that's another thing that just sort of pissed me off, that, I was going to be able to get it. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, you can't because you're not low enough. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. It's like, the medical system is so goddamn stupid. Actually, a few years ago, I actually did a whole thing of SARMs, cycle of SARMs and Clomid and stuff like that. And it worked great. I don't suggest anybody do it because, those things they can be dangerous. It was good. I mean, listen, I enjoyed it. I gained a lot of muscle, got very strong in like 9 fucking days. It was insane. It was like a switch was turned. But again, I don't suggest anybody do that stuff. Things come down to genetics, really. You can work out your whole life, and if you have the wrong genetics, you're not going to be some bodybuilder. You know, you're just not. You know, you always hear women say stuff like, I don't want to lift weights because I'll get big and bulky. It's like, no, you won't, because you can't, stupid. You don't have enough testosterone to get big and bulky, you dummy. Jesus Christ, are you stupid? And the answer is yes. A lot of people are stupid. But anyway, I digress here, folks. Once again, more videos coming on the way. Hit subscribe. They won't be long rambling videos like this. They will be much better than this. We'll have a lot of cool tips, amazing tips, bro, to lose weight easily without any Ozempic or garbage like that. The low carb, the Sasquatch diet will do it for you, folks. Hit that subscribe button, and we are back.
Most protein companies will charge you $50, $80, $200, whatever they can get. It's just ridiculous. But then I found B&B supplements, and now my protein farts smell like a fresh-baked apple pie.
Your protein farts stink, Dad.
What?
I said it smells like ass and apple pie in here.
I heard you the first time. I just wanted to hear it again.
If you want to get bigly, you gotta grab 'em by the protein and build a wall of muscle. Don't be a crazy Nancy or a sleepy Joe. Get Trump protein, okay? It's gold.
Bing bing bong bong bing 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 bong bong bing.
It's also the only protein officially endorsed by Greta Thunberg.
Yesterday, someone gave me a Muscle Tech whey protein shake, and I said, "How dare you! You have stolen my gains! I should be in school, drinking my own Power 100% whey strawberry milkshake. How dare you!"
That's Own Per 100% whey protein strawberry milkshake. And since it's vanilla, you can pump it up with all kinds of boosts like peanut butter, berries, cookies, bananas, chocolate, Tide Pods. If you like vanilla, this is an inexpensive whey that's worth checking out.
What's your cream? Yeah! Yummy!
cake batter. Also does well in a blender. It's still painful to drink.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and my bones are so fragile they break with a slight breeze. I use PS Way glazed donut to stay strong. It's the only way I use.
PS Way glazed donut. Donut. Buy this protein.